Okay, so good everybody. I'm back for another video. So, una-una po, wala pong nanood dun sa Jack and Poy video ko sa Grab. So, mukhang ititigil ko na yung mga ganung video. Mag-focus na lang talaga tayo sa mga related sa politics or sa government issues. So, today po, papag-usapan natin konti yung nangyari kahapon, which is yung pag-file po ni Atty. Vic Rodriguez, CONG UNGAB, and the rest of their kasama pa dun ng petition for certiorari and prohibition against the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Senate President, and against the Executive Secretary. So, brief discussion lang po muna tayo dun sa final nila, which is a petition for certiorari and prohibition. So, yung petition for certiorari po, this is a petition kung saan ang tingin po nung nag-petition is meron pong tinatawag na grave abuse of discretion yung mga respondents dun sa case niya sa paggawa nila ng certain actions nila. So, dito yung grave abuse of discretion will most likely refer to the actions of the Speaker of the House and the House of Representatives, the Senate President and the Senate, the Executive Secretary, in relation po sa budget-making process ng General Appropriations Act of 2025. And of course, yung prohibition naman po simply is a petition also which will prohibit a certain individual, which in this case is again yung mga respondents kung saan ipoprohibit po sila ng korte to do certain things which will most likely relate to the implementation of the General Appropriations Act of 2025. So una lang po, quick comment lang din, nagtataka lang din ako kung bakit hindi sinama si President Bongbong Marcos dun as respondents in this case, considering siya yung may final act dun sa general or sa bill making process since siya po yung maging signatory ng General Appropriations Bill para maging General Appropriations Act yun siya. Presidente po yung may trabaho nun at kung sa implementation, it is of course the Executive Department din po yung mag-implement niyan, which is si President Bongbong Marcos. So yun lang, nagtataka lang ako bakit hindi nila nilagay, pero nevertheless, wala naman pong problema din dun kung tingin nila is hindi siya dapat. So yan naman po ay petition nila Atty. Vic, so sila po talaga yung may final say kung ano yung dapat ilagay sa petition nila. Pero I just wanted to make my own personal comments and observations regarding dun sa petition na final nila. So actually, hindi ko po nakita yung actual petition talaga ni final. Ang tagal ko po nag-search online, wala akong makitang full copy ng content. So hindi ko po makita kung ano talaga yung mga legal issues na diniscuss nila. So ang gagawin ko na lang po ngayon, magdi-discuss na lang po ako ng mga legal issues in relation dun sa budget making process, specifically po sa Bicameral Conference Committee and its eventual report, ratification, and eventual signing ng may mga blank provisions sa BICAM report. So first issue po natin regarding the Bicameral Conference Committee is wala po yung direct constitutional provision creating that committee. Diba? Like what I have already explained in my previous videos, ang basis lang po niyan is the internal rule-making power of the House of Representatives and the Senate kung saan yung House and yung Senate, ginawa nila yung Bicameral Conference Committee under dun sa internal rule-making power nila. Okay, so again, wala po yung direct constitutional provision. And the reason kung bakit ko yan siya lagi talagang ine-emphasize is because despite it lacking a direct constitutional provision creating that committee, pwede po niyang i-bypass yung specific constitutional provision regarding the lawmaking process. Okay? Ito po, magbibigay rin ako ng example sa inyo, personal experience ko as a former congressman para po mas maintindihan ninyo kung bakit ayaw ko talaga dyan sa BICAM. So, unang-una po nating issue dyan is the Bicameral Conference Committee can defeat the essence po of our country being a democratic and republican country. Okay, so under Article 2, Section 1 of the 1987 Constitution, the Philippines is a democratic and republican country. The sovereignty resides from the people and all government authority emanates from them. So the reason kung bakit ko po yan in-explain kasi sa Congress po kasi ang tawag talaga dyan is what we call the House of Representatives. Okay? At yung bawat congressman po dyan, bawat congressman, bawat congresswoman po dyan represents a certain portion of the Philippine population. May it be the district constituents niya or party list constituents. In my case before, I was a party list representative. So I was representing party list constituents. Okay? Tapos yung number of votes po na nakuha namin, yung mandato pong nakuha ng party list namin before is 243,266. Yun po yung valid votes. So kung meron yung invalid votes, kung i-total natin, sabihin natin between 250 to 300 yung mandate po ng aming party list before. At yung reason kung bakit ko po yan inisa-isa sa inyo is para mas maintindihan ninyo kung ano yung essence talaga ng pagiging isang congressman. Diba? You are representing the people that composes the membership or the constituency of your party list or of your district. Kaya nga lagi ko rin sinasabi na pag gumalaw ang Congress, may ginawang action ang Congress, it is equivalent to the people of the Philippines themselves who directly acted, because that representatives is representing a certain portion of the Philippine population. Therefore, pag majority ng Congress mag-act, it is equivalent to majority of the Filipino people acting on said measure. So ngayon na na-explain ko na yun, ito po, imagine niyo, the proper lawmaking procedure under the Constitution po natin is that every bill must undergo third readings on separate dates unless it is certified urgent by the President. Yan po yung general rule, okay? Tapos yung sa first reading po niyan, babasahin lang po yan yung title of the bill. Tapos sa second reading naman po, ang mangyayari dyan na ngayon magkakaroon ng mga debates, clarifications from all members of Congress, at kung saan pwede din po mag-insert or mag-propose ng amendments ang lahat ng gusto maging involved dun sa bill na yon. Tapos sa third reading, after ng second reading, third reading na po, papagbotohan na lang yung yes or no kung agree ba lahat ng members sa Congress dun sa mga amendments na in-insert sa second reading, okay? After ng third reading, pupunta po yan ngayon sa Senate, and then sa Senate, ganun din po yung magiging process. At kung may conflict yung House at yung Senate version, ano po yung mangyayari? Maggagawa po ngayon ng tinatawag na Bicameral Conference Committee, which will now undergo a meeting para ayusin yung mga conflicting provisions ng House version at ng Senate version. At dito po ngayon papasok yung main problem natin. Because in the Bicameral Conference Committee, pwede po ngayon mag-insert ng amendments yung iilang members lang na pinili ng composing the delegation of the House and of the Senate. So kung sabihin natin 8 or 10 members lang umattend sa House, 10 members out of 300 plus, majority po ba yun ng members ng Congress? Syempre hindi, di ba? Very minimal lang sila. So ngayon, dun sa Bicameral Conference Committee na yun, they will now insert amendments, tapos pipirmahan nila yan lahat dun sa yung nag-compose ng Bicam Committee. Tapos ang next nilang gagawin, ibabalik yan nila ngayon sa Congress for ratification. And this is the part po kung saan may malaking issue talaga for me. Kasi isipin po nyo, after nyo padaanin ng first reading and then debates and arguments, amendments sa second reading, then voting sa third reading, pagdating sa Bicam, biglang mag-insert sila ng kung ano-anong amendments, sila lang mag-a-approve, tapos ibabalik nila sa inyo ngayon para lang i-ratify ninyo. So ibig sabihin yan, ikaw as a member of Congress, parang nawala na yung voice mo ba to question or clarify dun sa Bicam report nila, because ibabalik sa inyo yan for ratification only. You can either ratify it yes or no, ganun lang. You can no longer question it or propose amendments. So in that sense, para po sa akin, nawalan ng voice ngayon yung congressman na yun na may issues dun sa mga in-insert nilang amendments. So kung nawalan ng voice yung congressman, edi nawala ng boses yung people that he is representing, may it be district constituents or party list constituents, therefore defeating the essence of our country being a democratic and republican government. Okay? So yan po yung issue ko talaga sa Bicameral Conference Committee. Tapos isipin po ninyo, kung budget ang pinapag-usapan, hindi naman piso lang dyan or millions pinapag-usapan eh. Aabot po yan ngayon sa billions, even amounting to trillions. Tapos pwede po yan sila lang mag-insert dun sa Bicameral Conference Committee, tapos ipapadala lang yan sa inyo ngayon for ratification na yes or no lang. Tapos syempre, kung ikaw naman, if you are a congressman who has a decent moral compass, you have values as a person, syempre, you will start to question things, diba? Kasi hindi mo yan, kasi yun nga, hindi yan dumaan dun sa first, second, third reading, sila lang nag-insert dun sa Bicam, tapos bilang ibabalik sa'yo para lang aprobahan mo, para it will undergo the mandate of the people daw. In that sense, nawala po yung voice nung congressman because you are no longer allowed to question or propose amendments dun sa mga insertion sa Bicam. The only choice you have is to vote yes or no for ratification, pero yung voice mo to question or to propose amendments is nawala na. So that is one of the biggest issues po talaga sa Bicameral Conference Committee natin. And again, ulitin ko, ang Bicameral Conference Committee has no direct constitutional provision. It is only created under the internal rules of the House, yet it is a very powerful committee kung saan nangyayari nga, tinatawag yan siya ng third legislative branch na. Even former justices call it the third legislative branch dun sa mga dissenting opinions sila sa Tolentino versus Secretary of Finance sa 1994 case. Tapos ito pa, dagdag ko na lang din. Di ba sinabi ko na nga na questionable yung authority ng Bicam Conference Committee. Tapos dito pa in the General Appropriations Bill of 2025, hindi pa sinunod ng members ng Bicam yung actual rules of procedure nila in relation to Bicameral Conference Committee report. Because like what I explained in my first video regarding this issue, wala pong clear and detailed explanation of the amendments na ginawa nila doon because blank nga yung provisions. Therefore, that is a direct violation of their own internal rules, di ba? So doon pa lang po, violate na nga yung internal rules, questionable pa yung authority ng Bicam, yet it is a very powerful committee who inserts or proposes amendments amounting to billions of pesos of public funds. So yan po talaga yung mga issues in general ng Bicameral Conference Committee. At yung dito dito naman yung pinaka-specific issue for the General Appropriations Bill of 2025 is yung failure nila to provide a detailed and clear explanation dun sa amendments na ginawa nila. So in conclusion po, currently ang landmark case, isa po sa landmark case regarding issues like this is the Tolentino versus Secretary of Finance case. 1994 case pa po yan. So this is actually a very good development po regarding this issue. So mabuti na lang po nag-file sila Attorney Vic Rodriguez, sila CONG UNGAB para at least ma-revisit to ng Supreme Court yung constitutional provisions regarding the BICAM, regarding the lawmaking process. Kasi 30 years old na po yung decision na yun, di ba? And of course, yung justices has already changed naman, yung composition ng Supreme Court has changed. Therefore, possible na magkaroon na rin ng different interpretation yung Supreme Court in relation to the constitutional provisions that I mentioned and to the constitutional provisions na isinite nila Attorney Vic Rodriguez dun sa petition nila. And actually po, kahit na po majority nung sa 1994 case is kinonsider na valid yung legality ng Bicameral Conference Committee, meron din pong dissenting opinion yung mga justices doon questioning the legality or the constitutionality of the Bicameral Conference Committee. Like what I said nga po, yung ibang justices doon, tinatawag din nilang third legislative branch yung Bicam Conference Committee. Kaya ayaw nila yon at for them it is unconstitutional. And ako po as a lawyer, yung professional opinion ko po dyan is I agree po with the dissenting opinion ng mga justices when it comes to the Bicameral Conference Committee. Okay, so hopefully clear yun guys. If you like legal educational videos sa current events, follow lang po kayo sa akin sa social media. Until next time, see you all po. Bye-bye!